everyone, it's Karina from Karina Loves to Plan here with another plan with me for the week of April 10th through 16th. There you see my pen only spread in my mini happy planner that I did for April 2nd through 9th. It was an inspiration spread from Mum Run Craft and I really love doing that just because it got me a little bit out of my comfort zone, trying something new with just pens since I've never done this before. So this was a really interesting week for me. So this week, what I'm going to be doing is taking out the pages in my Happy Planner. This is what I love about the Happy Planner, that you can easily take the discs out for easy decorating. And what I will be using this week is stamps. I have been waiting to do a stamps only spread, and I'm really excited to be using this set of stamps that I bought at Michael's at 50% off. And then I bought these Studio G pigment inks, which were actually in the little end caps clearance bins, plus this VersaFine ink, which I have been using all along here for my spreads, as well as this Recollections Basic Stamp Kit. I'm really excited for this spread actually because I have been waiting quite a long time to do just a stamp only spread. So what I'm doing there is I just chose a little leaf and I'm cleaning off my stamp here. And you saw the way that I applied the ink. I first actually applied the ink to the stamp itself, just like that, and pressing it down gently. And so far I am loving the way that looks. And how I'm cleaning that off is some people clean it off with a baby wipe, and I clean it off with just a damp paper towel. And I'm putting that right back into the stamp set. This is what I love about acrylic stamps, is that for one, they are easy to put away, and two, they're not as bulky as wooden stamps. So there I am applying the pigment ink, and I'm having a hard time deciding where to put that, and I realize I'm going to get my table dirty, so I put a piece of white paper underneath there, and I love the effect of that. So add a bit more ink and do the same thing to the other side. And again, loving the effect of that. So far, absolutely loving this spread. So just cleaning it off again. And what I'm also using there is an acrylic block. This is what you use for acrylic stamps to be able to stick them on. And I love acrylic blocks because you can actually see where you are placing your stamps. So that one doesn't ink all the way through, so I just add a little more ink. And there it goes. I love this color combination of the green and the blue and the purple. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I'm so excited to be sharing this plan with you. So I just checked in the back there. There is maybe a tiny hint of shadow from the pigment inks, but not too much. So here I'm trying to figure out how to put down my to-do list. And I wanted to use that little thought bubble there and use one of those colors. But as I was watching this video in real time, what happened was I actually got a message on my phone, which made me think, you know what, no, I'll try something else. Maybe try a flower first. And then as I was putting it down, as you see here, I didn't like how it was going to overflow into Monday, so I decided I tried something new. Cover up half the stamp and get almost a half flower. I don't know if I'm completely happy with that. So I was thinking of putting down the bubble and then realized it doesn't fit. My original plan didn't work out at all, and that's okay. So I'm finding this little to-do stamp to put right in the middle there. And it looks really cute. It looks like it's a little bit in a cloud somehow. So now I need to put down the bullet points for my to-do list, which I normally do on Tuesdays because I'm off work. Now I don't need all 5 of those heart bullets, so what I do again is use the paper to cover up the one I don't need. And there you go, an easy fix so that I don't get any excess stamp where I don't need it. So here I am choosing another stamp to try and fit into that corner there because it still feels a little empty to me, so I want to add a little flower right there. And I am loving this. So far, one of my favorite spreads. And it's so hard for me to choose a flower because they are all so beautiful. So I decided to go with that one there because I love the outline and I want to see how it's going to look. Push it down gently and look at that. So pretty. And the colors of this pigment ink are actually quite beautiful. And they don't seep into the page. This is what I like about it, that I haven't had to worry about bleed through at all, and they're very easy to clean off. And these Studio G inks were just found at the clearance bin near the front of Michael's. So they were in Canada $2 each. So here I am using the VersaFine ink to put down a little quote. And I love the way it looks. Now I'm going to move on to Friday, Saturday, Sunday to kind of balance out the look here. And I'm putting that white piece of paper underneath as well for stamping, so that if I do have any stamps that go over the edge just like that, that it gets on the paper and not on my desk, which I did previously, as you can see in the bottom there. Now I'm adding another little blue flower. And that one I think is okay. It's not my favorite one. I think I probably should have chosen one that was probably a bit fuller. So there I am adding the leaves again, and I love the leaves. Love the leaves. Such a cute little look, and the green is so vibrant. And the color combination of the purple and the blue and the green, so far one of my favorite color combinations. So there I'm trying to decide how I'm going to try and do a little weekend banner. And I put down that leaf and see there's a big white spot that's been left behind, and I can't figure out what to do with that. So you know what, I decide why not leave it? It'll add a bit of character. So I do it with the blue, and the blue does the same thing, and if not a little bit worse. So I decide to just leave it. A little bit of imperfection, not a big deal. So what I'm going to add is a little quote there that says, "Best day ever," using the VersaFine ink. Ah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like, as I was filming this, I was kind of doing a little happy dance because I'm so in love with this spread. So there at the bottom, I'm going to add a few more little flowers and have it be a bit more decorative, because I don't actually use the bottom space for extra notes or extra to-do lists. So I can make it a little bit more decorative down there. Now I could have added a bit more pigment ink to that to make the blue stand out a bit more, but I almost like the faded overlapping look of that. I decide to add a black flower to make that detail stand out a bit more. And another little black flower. Again, this is looking absolutely adorable. I am cleaning my stamps in between every use, because knowing me, I'd probably smudge my fingers, which means I might end up smudging my spread, which is the last thing I want to do. And adding another leaf there. And I do like to clean them off in between beforehand, so that I know that, you know what, it's done. I don't have to deal with it after. And adding one more flower there to add my little quote, my word for the week. Now, I'm generally quite an organized and neat person, but as I watch myself plan, I can see how it can be a bit chaotic in terms of where all of my supplies are. But it's just because I get into a creative mood. Oh, I love the look of that. Love it. So now I'm going to add my little functional stamps here from the Recollections Basic Kit. So I'm putting in a little doctor's appointment, and not sure how I want to notate my work shift. So I use one from the actual flower kit that I have. And I don't know what that looks like. It looks like a little splurt, but it looks so cute. It looks like a splurt. I don't even know if that's a real word, but it's a splurt to me. So that notates all the shifts that I have in the week. And then a little heart stamp for my daughter's gymnastics class. And then I thought I'd try and layer some stamps here. So there's a couple of banner stamps in that Recollections kit there. So I decided to do the filled one, purple, and then layer the outlined one in black on top of that, which I think looks really cute. So that is finished. So we're moving on to my journal, and I normally like to match my two mini happy planners together, but my journal ends up being a lot more simplified, more minimalistic than my go-to planner. So I'm going along with the same thing of the same theme of the stamps here, and decide that what I do on one side I'm immediately going to do on the other side in sort of a mirror image. So putting the purple flower in the middle corners as well as the outer bottom corners. I could say I'm done now and then you'd be like, what? But it looks cute anyway. But no, I'm going to add a bit more detail with a blue flower there. The blue doesn't seem to show up very well on video, but on paper it looks amazing. So it could be just video quality. And the ink is actually really good. It does not bleed through. You have a little bit of shadow, but it does not bleed through the paper. And then I'm going to add my little green leaf there throughout, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And I love the mirror image and the balance that the whole week has, so that what you see on one side is reflected in the other. Oh, I love it. So I leave this one just a bit off the page because I need a bit more room that day to write. So now I'm going to add something in those corners there and there. And I'm trying to figure out the best thing to add. So I add that little flower. And when I do that, there's a little bit of the stamp that just won't go through. And it does the same thing on that one, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but I realize I'm going to just fill it in with a little black thing. I think that little splurt thing I'm going to use again. It's a splurt to me. I don't know what else to call it. And then one more thing there on Wednesday and Sunday. And I found these cute little grapes. So and I actually put it on the acrylic block backwards. So I've made the stems green and the grapes purple. So cute. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love that. Absolutely adorable. I'm almost done here. What I'm going to do is add a little quote at the bottom. And then that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this plan with me and my stamp only spread. I absolutely love how this turned out. If you like this video, please do leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much and have yourselves a great day.